Hey K-drama lovers, get ready because what you're about to hear might just change everything you thought you knew about one of the most shocking celebrity breakups in Korean entertainment history. Yes, we're talking about Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo, the once fairy tale couple who captured our hearts both on screen and off. But this time it's not just about speculation, fan theories, or blurry headlines. It's about a friend of Song Joong-ki finally breaking the silence and reportedly leaking the real reason behind their divorce. And trust us, this will leave you absolutely speechless. Now before we dive into the juicy details, let's rewind for a moment. Remember when Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo, after dazzling us in Descendants of the Sun, turned their on-screen chemistry into real-life romance? It was magical, right? Their 2017 wedding was like something out of a dream. A private ceremony attended by close friends, family, and fellow stars, with fans around the world sending them love and best wishes. But then, just 2 years later, came the heartbreaking announcement. Divorce. No fighting in public. No long-winded interviews. Just a joint statement asking for understanding and privacy. Fans were stunned. What went wrong? What happened behind those seemingly perfect moments? For years we had no clear answers. But now, years later, one of Song Joong-ki's trusted friends has allegedly come forward and revealed the truth. And the story is both emotional and eye-opening. According to this close source, who reportedly spoke under the condition of anonymity, the real reason for the split wasn't infidelity, jealousy, or career conflicts like the public once assumed. It was something far more personal. And in a way more tragic. So what did this friend say? He claimed that the couple had deeply different visions of what their future should look like. Yes, it's as simple and as complicated as that. Song Joong-ki, fresh from the massive success of Descendants of the Sun, was ready to slow down a bit. He wanted to start a family, settle into a quieter life, and perhaps shift gears from the relentless pace of fame. Meanwhile, Song Hye-kyo was at a different point in her life. She had just re-established herself as one of Asia's most bankable actresses and was exploring new roles, endorsements, and international opportunities. According to the friend, Hye-kyo wasn't ready to give all of that up just yet. She was focused, determined, and still passionately committed to her craft. Can you feel the tension already? The friend revealed that while there was immense love and respect between them, they simply couldn't align on how they saw their shared future. And here's the part that will really tug at your heart. Both tried to make it work. They talked, they compromised, they even took time off to travel together, hoping that distance from work would bring clarity. But in the end, their personal dreams were pulling them in opposite directions. Now fans are reacting in waves. Some are heartbroken all over again, realizing that what looked like a sudden split was actually a long, painful journey behind the scenes. Others are expressing deep respect for both Joong-ki and Hye-kyo for walking away with grace rather than turning their private pain into a media circus. One fan commented, "Knowing this makes it more real. Sometimes love isn't enough, and that's the saddest part." Another wrote, "I'm crying all over again. I wish they could have made it work." But wait, there's more. The friend didn't stop there. He also said something that got fans talking even louder. Apparently, even after their divorce, Song Joong-ki spoke kindly about Hye-kyo in private conversations. He reportedly referred to her as an unforgettable part of my life, and someone who helped me grow. If that doesn't make your heart ache a little, we don't know what will. And guess what? That same friend hinted that Joong-ki sometimes still follows Hye-kyo's projects, quietly, without ever making a public comment. In one conversation, he allegedly mentioned how proud he was of her performance in The Glory, praising her emotional range and strength. Fans are now looking back at Joong-ki's interviews and trying to decode if he had been silently cheering her on all along. Now let's talk about Hye-kyo's side. While she's never directly addressed the breakup in detail, many fans believe that her choice of roles since the divorce tells a silent story. She's taken on strong, emotionally complex characters who often deal with heartbreak, betrayal, and rebuilding themselves. Could these be reflections of her own journey? Maybe. Or maybe it's just her artistry at work. But there's no denying that something has changed in her performances. They're deeper, rawer, more powerful than ever. So here we are. One confession from a friend has peeled back the curtain on what many of us assumed, but never fully understood. The truth. Their marriage didn't fall apart because of drama or scandal. It ended because they were two people with different dreams, both trying to do the right thing, and eventually choosing to let go before hurting each other more. And maybe that's the most heartbreaking kind of love, the kind that ends not because it dies, but because it can't grow the way it needs to. Now it's your turn to weigh in. What do you think about this revelation? Does it change how you see Song Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo's story? Do you believe their love was real but just not meant to last forever? And most importantly, do you think there's a chance, even a small one, that they could find their way back to each other in the future? We want to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Be honest, be emotional, be as passionate as ever, because this is more than just celebrity news. It's a story that touches on what so many of us have experienced in life and love. And remember, this is what makes the K-drama community so special. We don't just watch love stories. We feel them. We live them. We root for them even when they seem impossible. So, like this video if you still believe in the Song couple. Share it if your heart aches just thinking about what could have been. And subscribe for more emotional deep dives, insider scoops, and the love stories that make our hearts skip a beat. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and never stop believing in love, even the kind that ends in whispers.